There's setbacks.
There's a lot of setbacks.
How many of you guys have had setbacks that stopped you from achieving a goal or achieving your dream? Okay, so the hands keep getting up higher and higher.
Higher, okay. Anybody know athlete in the room? Athletes, raise your hands. Alright, does anybody have a dream about being a D1 athlete or a collegiate athlete?
I stand up. I want you guys to stand up. I don't want to hands.
Whoever's athlete, stand up. Stay standing if you've had a huge injury. Oh, catch right there, perfect. Fun fact about me, I'm a collegiate gymnast. I compete at Temple University. So, my whole life...
Wait, hold on, Joe. I heard someone say show us something, so just point that out.
Maybe later, maybe later. I can do that.
Do it.
Alright, hold on. Because Lenore put me on the spot again.
Because what else am I here for?
I've been doing gymnastics since I was 4. So for the last 14 years of my life, this might sound like cliche, but I've always wanted to be a collegiate gymnast. And for some reason, every year, I get really hurt. Why? I don't know. I just guess I have bad luck. So my junior year, I tore everything in my shoulder and I shattered my knee to the point where, I'm not going into the details, but let's just say my leg was not straight when it happened. And my whole dream, my whole outlook on gymnastics, my whole life, it just went away, just vanished. Every doctor told me you're never going to be able to do gymnastics again, you're barely going to be able to walk the right way, nor will any of your normal motor functions be normal. And it got to the point where I was down and out. And I'm generally somebody who's never down and out, and when my family sees me break down and cry for weeks on end, that's saying something, because that just doesn't happen with me. And I finally went to one doctor who said, I'll fix you. He never said it was going to be perfect, he said, I'll fix you, I'll do the best job I could. So my whole junior year, I was at the point where I was just like, the last 13 years of my life was a complete waste. The last 13 years of my life, I designated 25 hours a week to the sport that I love, is gone. My dream is gone. So for 2 months, I sat moping around, couldn't do anything about it, recovering from 2 surgeries, reconstructive surgeries, and I kind of woke up one day and I was just like, this isn't happening. I've worked my whole life for something, and I gotta change it. So I did what people told me I couldn't do. Went back to the gym with cast on, screws in my body, when I wasn't supposed to, against my parents' will. But I followed my dream. I stood up, I was confident, I beat the odds. I started walking the right way, I got the motor functions back in my arm, and that year I actually got recruited. Somehow I got back up on my feet, and I proved everyone wrong. And right now I'm happy to say, after all those struggles and those lessons I learned from being down and out, I completed my dream. I'm a collegiate athlete. But that just doesn't happen from sitting down and not being self-confident. The thing that really picked me up is I decided to be confident in myself again. And I realized my whole life, the minor injuries, the only reason I got back into it was because I was confident. And before these surgeries, I've probably broken 15 to 20 bones. That's just normal for me. And the key to being successful is being confident in yourself, and you just don't let people tell you no. Because no's the word that doesn't let you succeed. You gotta tell yourself yes. And after those 2 months of me being down and out, I only told myself yes, and that's the reason why I'm in the position I am in now. So if there's anything I can tell you athletes is whether somebody says no or it's impossible, nothing's impossible, because technically this walking right now isn't quote unquote impossible. And doing what I'm doing right now is quote unquote impossible. But since I was confident, since I told myself yes, and I surrounded myself with positive people, not negative people, I was able to fulfill my dream. So when things seem down and out, just tell yourself yes. Be confident in yourself.
And I think that's the key. Oh, if you can clap, I'll stop. That's the key. The key is to also surround yourself with positive influencing people. I've gone through so many different groups of friends in my life, and it'll still, even to this day, honestly, personally, I can't say that I have found a full group of friends that fully believe in me and fully support me 100%. And that's pretty sad, right? Like, I'm almost 21 years old, and like, I don't have that core group besides my family and some really close family friends. So the point is you gotta find those niche and those people that won't bring you down. That when you're down will bring you right back up and bring you back to reality. And sometimes reality may be harsh, and sometimes it may be glorified. But you have to work it out to the best of your ability. And all these no's and all these little yeses have brought us here today. Not only talking about leadership, not only talking about becoming the person you want to be, not just becoming confident, but following your heart and doing what makes you happy. Because the key to success is your internal happiness. If you're not happy inside, then you're doing something wrong. And there have been times where I have not been happy, we have not been happy together, and there's probably sometimes you have felt low of yourself or wasn't happy with who you were. If you look in the mirror in the morning and you're not smiling back at yourself, then you're doing something wrong. You're not living up to the potential that you should be.